So here we are back with another Learn GDScript from zero. This is an open source project by GDQuest.com. All right. So let's continue right here. And we're on to the game loop. Pardon me. So as we've seen, Godot has functions that do certain actions. For example, the show and hide functions change the visibility of things. All right. So we can also create our own functions to make custom effects, like adding or removing health to a character. So Godot also has special functions that we can customize or add to. All right. So take the process function with an underscore in front of process. When we do func process delta as the parameter and then rotate 0.05, this is going to do something. And the process function gets its name because it does calculations or continuous actions. Okay. What? Anyway, so I've already done this. I already did a rehearsal of this. Basically what this is going to do is it's going to make the thing keep rotating. It's going to do this over and over and over again, right? The rotate 0.5. So it'll do it once and it'll do it again and again and again and again and again until forever. All right. So let's look at this. So the process function gets its name because it does calculations or continuous actions. All right. It's like a juice factory that processes juice bottles. The bottles are always moving along a conveyor belt while different machines operate on them. All right. So I guess it's just like a giant while loop, you know, while this thing happens, while this is going on, this thing just goes on forever. I guess, I don't know. I don't know for sure. All right. So it's similar in Godot, but this function can run hundreds of times a second. True. All right. So how many parameters does this function take right here? This func process delta. Only one. It takes the delta. All right. So submit it. There we go. So the process function takes one parameter, delta. And we're going to look at what delta is in the next lesson, as well as show how to use it. All right. So the process function won't do anything until we add something to it. All right. So yeah. Until we put something in here, it doesn't do anything. All right, cool. We might notice the underscore in front of the function name. Also that. This is a convention programmers use to coordinate work. Okay. And it'll only make sense once we have experience coding in Godot. Okay, well, so after we even complete this is when this thing will make sense. Whatever. Anyway, whatever. Let's get back to it. For now, all we need to know is that if the function exists in our code, it is called precisely process. Then Godot will automatically run it every time. Pardon me. Let me say that again. For now, all we need to know is that if the function exists in our code and it is called precisely underscore process, then Godot will automatically run it every frame. Turns out. All right. We'll see. We'll see what we really got to do. Cause like, look, there's no telling if there's like, cause this was made what, like 3-4 years ago, right? There's no telling if there's like some dirty tricks that have been made since then. Maybe even ChatGPT knows some, you know, because this is ChatGPT. It has been updated since this came out. Anyway, so let's see. When Godot draws on the screen, we call that a frame. Okay. So is this the same for other engines? Pardon me. Other game engines might use different names like update. Okay. So we can imagine that's how it is in Unity and Unreal. Or not. Who knows? Why is the underscore process function useful? Why is that? It's perhaps better to see the process function in action. Okay. So let's take the following example. Let's look at it. We've got func process delta rotate 0.05. Now let's watch what happens when we set process true. whatever. Let's do it. Look, yay, woo, it starts spinning around. Great. And it just keeps going forever because that's what that's what happens when we say set process true. We'll find out about all this later, and we'll learn all the tricks of the trade at some point. All right, so when we click the button set process true, we activate processing on the robot. From there, every frame, Godot runs the process function. True also. Since we wrote a rotate instruction, Godot is rotating the character by 0.05 radians many times a second. Yeah. What does it look like if it's just 0.05? Anyway, whatever. Reset it. All right. Pardon me. How often does the process function run? Multiple times a second or once a second? Of course, it's this one. Let's submit it. There we go. The faster our computer, the more times process will run. Godot will try and run process as quickly as it can. This makes sure any movement or animations look smooth and fluid. All right. So in the practice, we'll learn how to use the process function to rotate and move a character ourselves. All right. So here we are at practices. Rotating a character continuously. Let's do it. Okay. So rotating a character continuously. The goal is to make the robot rotate slowly by adding the process function. A rotation speed of about 0.05 each frame should do. All right. So yeah, let's just put the rotate in there. Rotate. And let's put 0.05. And run it. Okay. There it goes. And we got that. And there we go. All right. So now let's create circular movement. So now we're going to make the robot move in a large circle slowly by rotating it and simultaneously moving it along its X direction. Okay. To do this, we're going to add the rotate and move local X functions to process. We'll use a rotation speed of 0.05 radians per frame and move the robot 5 pixels per frame. Okay, let's do it. Rotate, and we'll say 0.05. All right. And then we'll do move local X, X. And inside of here, we'll do it 5. Okay. So let's see what happens. Run it. And there we go. Is there a way to raise this thing up before it starts spinning around? Is there though? Is there a way? Maybe. Watch this. Let's see if we can say something. Let's see if we can reset it. No, whatever. No, it paused the thing. Oh. Well, we're going to have to do it again anyway. I don't care. Rotate and local. Let's just grab these. I'm just going to grab this whole thing and just format it here. Rotate and move local. All right. And then let's put, what was it? 0.05. And then right here, we'll do 5. Yeah. Okay, great. Now let's say position X. Position dot X equals, let's give it 200. No, let's give it 50. No, let's do it Y, actually. Y. Position Y equals, and let's say negative 50. Remember, it goes down. Let's see if this does it. Nope. Oh yeah, do we gotta run? Do we gotta say func run? And then we'll say, no, is that not cool? Is that not cool for you? What's the problem here? What's the problem here? Why won't it just do that automatically? Let's see if we can say, what do we want to say? Position.y equals -50. Let's see if it does something. No, let's give it -500. No. I don't know. I don't know how to get this thing to go up like an amount. I don't know. I just don't know how to do it. And that's why we're in this, because I'm a little bit, I'm just like, why doesn't it just go up? What do we got to do? I don't know. Continue. There we go. And continue again. All right. So now we're on to time delta, and we'll see you next time.